Hello, my name's Heidi Warrington, and I am an Independence Township resident. I am sharing something with you very special today, and it's called the Art Experience. Now, a little background, I've been involved with the board of the Art Experience, which is a local nonprofit here in Pontiac, Michigan, for the last 5 or 6 years. And I would like to formally share the studio with you and give you some more information about our program, services, and products that we have. Mostly low and free of charge, low cost and free of charge to our residents. So I'm going to introduce you Audra Pieknik, and she is the Executive Director of the Art Experience. And we're going to have a conversation about what the Community Center has to offer to Independence Township. Audra, thanks for participating in this conversation today.
Yeah,
and
thanks for having me.
Yeah, can you share us a little bit about what the Art Experience is, the mission, vision, values?
Yeah, sure. The Art Experience is a nonprofit community art and art therapy studio here in Pontiac, and we have been around since 1996. We do a lot of work here in the community. We work with the school district. We have art therapists who are kind of deployed there, working with the students at the Kennedy Center School. We teach 8 classes each week. We would love to be doing more of that, but right now it's a little bit virtual. So yeah, we have outdoor kind of events that we work with the county and the city here in Pontiac. It's a free event in the summertime called Art, Fish, and Fun, where we have different environmental science organizations come and do educational activities with kids, food trucks and things like that. So we're in our 7th year, so stay tuned in June. And then we also have a program here called Open Studio. It's kind of our flagship program, and so in pre-corona times it was 29 hours a week. For a $5 minimum donation you could come in and you get to play with all of our art materials here. We do sell canvas at cost just because it's a little bit of a pricier material, but really it's a time where the only rule is being respectful to the people in the studio, to the tools, and to the creative process. So like you kind of bring your ideas of what you want to do, and then you make things happen. So that's really a really great, I think, access for people who want to try a new craft and don't want to invest money in all of the materials and that kind of thing. And I have artists on staff here who are able to give you tips and tricks.
So you can, with Open Studio, the format is that there's an hour set limit, and then you could either have time where you could be creative on your own, or there is some instruction. And if you want further instruction or an actual class, then you'd sign up for a class.
Yes.
So you could do one or the other.
Yep. So each month we do different project-based classes, and so coming up in November.
And how much does Open Studio cost?
Open Studio is like a $5 minimum donation.
So you get to use any material in this whole studio for $5.
Pretty much, yep.
It's fantastic, yeah.
Yep. And so then our like project-based classes, they start at $25. And so those are like an hour and a half of guided instruction. So
with an artist and the materials,
with an artist
and a full class for $25. That's
included.
It's incredible.
Yep. So yeah, so we do that. Those have been on Saturday mornings and in the evenings. And those classes that we offer to the community when we plan them, those are classes that we can always plan again for individuals. So if you have like a birthday party, or you have a professional development thing that you want to do with your colleagues, we can take those like guided painting sessions or wind chimes or birdhouses, and we can turn that and make it into a private party for your group.
Oh, so I could have my children's birthday party here. Yeah, and we have full accommodations for all of the, given the circumstances, we have all accommodations, as you see this guard here, so we can make sure everybody's appropriately social distanced and hygiene protocols are followed, so everyone's safe here.
Yep, we do have all of those hand sanitizers. We take your temperature and that kind of thing. So for private events, so those are, you get 3 hours total.
It's great for all those creative little artists in the community that want to come out. And it's just a short distance from Independence Township to the studio. Maybe it takes 10 minutes to get here.
Yeah.
Now, another question, how is the art experience sustained? I know that this program has been around for, actually the nonprofit's been around for greater than 20 years and has had a great benefit in a lot of populations, including adults with disabilities, which we cater to. But this studio is for everyone, no matter what, disability or non-disability. Now, how is this nonprofit sustainable? Why are we able to offer this studio to the community at such a low cost?
Well, it is through grant funding that that we are able to keep our costs really low. It's through individuals who are kind and generous and donate to our mission of improving lives through the arts. And corporations have also supported us in the past, and foundations, that kind of thing. And we also do an artist in residency program where those are emerging artists with special needs. And so we act as their caregivers, although it's more artist mentors that the role that we play. These are folks who just love making art, and they come here in the studio. They have their own space, they have their own materials here, and we are able to bill their human service agency for those services. So that helps subsidize some of our programs as well. And with that program, we're also able to help sell their artwork. So we've been marketing it, and we have a whole department now, the Art Ambassador Department, where they're in charge of cataloging all the information, or like taking pictures of all the work that's made here, and putting it up on our website for sale. And also, we've put our artwork in different offices. So we kind of have like an art rental program as well.
Oh, fantastic.
So when everybody gets back to work in the office.
So our foundational pillars here at the Art Experience, we have artists in residence. So basically, these adults with disabilities are able to come in, and this is basically a form of work for them, essentially. And then this is what they do, and it really provides peace and creates, a safe environment for these. The second would be open studio, where this is accessible to all the community, can come in at certain times and have access to art with or without instruction. We also have a private party, corporate events, team building. I know that we had previous corporations, St. Joseph's Mercy, came out and did a team building art party for their senior leadership team. That was a great experience here. And anything else I'm missing? We also have incorporated into healthcare, clinical with art therapists. Tell me a little bit about our art therapy program.
Oh, the art therapy program. It started with our founders, really. So there were 6 women who came out of the Wayne State Art Therapy Program and created this space. They had wanted to try out what it was that they had been learning and have a place for all of their art supplies. And so they invited the community in. And so we still have a really strong relationship with Wayne State's program. We're a field study location for their internships. And I think it's not a clinical thing that we do here because it's an open kind of space. One day I think we will have that. But art therapy,
we did have a clinical component with our stroke support group.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was the create recovery, but we want to expand it. That was the first of a clinical arm, if you will, for this nonprofit, and so create recovery. But since the times have changed, we've moved that group around a little bit. But however, we want to grow the clinical arm as well. Yeah. So I would say that the clinical component that we have right now is really at the Kennedy Center School, and even the artists in residence. So each of those artists in residence are very unique, but they need. Now you go into the Kennedy School. Yes.
Yeah. And so there, when each of our art projects are happening, we're building we're working on different skills. So it's like gross motor skills and communication skills and that type of thing when we're making those art projects. And and additionally, with our artists in residence, it's a social and emotional component that we're working with too. So we're really creating a community here in the studio. So yeah.
So that's excellent. I would love to share more about this. And where can Independence Township residents find more information about the art experience and possibly come into Open Studio and see for themselves?
Yeah. Open Studio
We've
right
got a
now.
lot of kids that are home now that need
Yes.
something to do, right?
Yeah. So right now we're open on Saturday and Sunday by appointment for Open Studio. It's from 12:30 to 3:30. So you don't have to stay the entire 3 hours. It's not a hard 12:30 to 3:30. Usually we find like an hour and a half is a good amount of time, but just for social distancing and that kind of thing, it's by appointment. And yeah, so we're on Facebook. We have an event coming up in November 14th. One of our artists in residence is teaching a class, so
fantastic.
we're really excited about that. And she's from Clarkston.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep. And what else? Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, our website, www.theartexperience.org has all of our upcoming events and our hours of operation. So.
Well, fantastic. And what is the event that's coming up recently that we are going to be involved with? What's the next community event that we're going to be represented in?
Well, on November 20th, we're a part of a conference. There's another nonprofit organization, so they're putting together a conference with different educators, and so we're a presenter there. It's called Reading Works. And then, I would say our next one is the 14th. And the week after, we're going to do another one. So there. That's all I got right now.
That's fantastic, right? So we've incorporated into professional organizations and affiliated with other nonprofits, and so Audra's done an incredible job here as an executive director, and I'm proud to share this nonprofit and studio with Independence Township. So we are looking forward to having you to any of the classes, events, or Open Studio. And if you want any more information about Artists in Residence or what we do for our clinical arm, you can also contact the studio. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much, Audra, for having this conversation with us and sharing the studio with Independence Township.
Happy to do so. Thank you.
Great.